to execute lineup where you have a lot of stuns. This lineup is very easy to play. It pretty much plays itself. On the other side, Xtreme Gaming, you misuse one exorcism. You're giving them full 2 minutes to do whatever they want. Same goes for this Chronosphere. But overall, the way I look at it, it's a lot of team fight. Like Xtreme Gaming, they definitely have better team fight overall. They can choose how to take a fight. They have a different amount of spells. Like they're really good at going in and out of the fight, resetting with Dark Willow, Terrorize, choosing where they want to fight with the Bramble Maze. To one extent, same goes for EHOME. With the cogs, with shards, we've seen the shards plus Bramble Maze yesterday in one of the games in Europe, DPC, and it looked really good. It looked like, you know, we're just going to choose how we take and when we take these fights. But inside of Xtreme Gaming, they have some sick damage inside a Chronosphere. Static Storm, Dead Prophet ulti. They also have ways of setting things up. So it's a overall good Void game. I just want to see how much Ghost is going to be able to get from the laning stage, considering that he is playing into Slaughter, a hero that we usually don't see. We see him in these like melee matchups where you're, I don't know, mostly it's when anti-mage is picked. This hero gets either banned or picked.
Yeah, so we'll see how Xiao Yu could do. Again, it's another one of those, like, okay, Xiao Yu's laning phase in the first game wasn't exactly that great, but can we give him a proper matchup where now maybe he feels a little bit more comfortable to get something done? So we'll see him on the Sardar up against the Void, take a glance at that when we can, and, you know, kind of figure it out and see where things go. Knight up against Paparazzi mid with the Batrider DP lane. What are your thoughts on this one?
This one can go really bad for Dead Prophet. I want to see how aggressive Knight will be playing. Paparazzi, of course, starting with the Magic Stick, but once you get to that second point in Firefly, Spirit Siphon does not sustain you through the harassment from the Sticky Napalm and Firefly. Paparazzi already down to 7 Sticky Napalm charges. Knight gonna reset it one more time, down to 8.
Yeah, so already dealing with 8 stacks on that. That should reset. There it is. So we'll see how Paparazzi does. He was a big part of that last game in terms of just having a really good tiny matchup and really working well throughout the time in the game number 1. But taking a look here, Southern Crush on the Ghost. He'll time walk immediately. Just the level 1, so right-clicking on Salad. Just a little bit of back and forth in a new lane created by these teams.
Forcing DY to TP out was a pretty big deal. DY will need to be super careful how he approaches this one. Once they hit level 2, with the Bash available, with the Snowball, I think in this lane you get Snowball Shard, so you can close the gap. You have 1 Mango to work with. So Disruptor, First Blood material for sure.
Yeah, so they're going to need to be careful. Speaking of potential First Blood material, Cursed Crown as well as the Bramble Maze. The Cursed Crown pops, the Battery Assault still going off, but eventually JT, he should be able to use that Shockwave to pull him close and get a kill, and that's exactly what he does. JT drawing the First Blood on LWW, so Xtreme starting where they left off, and that's with a kill up in the top lane.
I love that PYW did not go for Shadow Realm, instead decided to go for the Cursed Crown, which is going to be a setup for Skewer, and also it's a setup for your Bramble Maze.
And we've seen that this combo a couple times where like Magnus will get an RP, skewer through the Brambles, have the Cursed Crown ready to go. If you can really line it up and have that Cursed Crown explode as you've got the RP wearing off, it can be quite deadly, that's for sure.
It's very annoying to play into. Looking at some of the items, Ghost, he wants to get, I think he had, yeah, he's going for the second raid ban. We've seen more raid bans picked up, like even on supports after 25-minute mark, but in the laning stage, because DY.
Bottom lane, and you're going to see the Slytherin Crush come out, and that should be one more right click for a bash, and Salad doing the good support job of not stealing that kill, and letting Xiao Yu just find the advantage and get the finishing blow, and you know, Xiao Yu needs a better lane than the last, that's for sure.
Ghost can't really help out when they decide to go on Disruptor. Knight.
No Crypt Swarm, yeah. Sitting low, though. Needs to be very careful about his positioning for now. As Salad tries to get a courier, now Kinetic Field down, but going after this is a bit of a chore. As Salad's trying to pull the wave, and immediately a bash on a Ghost, so Ghost will time walk back towards the tower and away from Xiao Yu. 21-3 already for Paparazzi mid.
Paparazzi playing this lane pretty much perfectly. He brought a full magic wand, skipping the bottle, and keeping Knight very low. Using that Crypt Swarm every single time he gets there, knows that there is no extra region on Knight. And you can see the rotation.
Bottled the water rune there for Knight, and LWW picking up the other one.
Doesn't matter. As I said, Paparazzi does not have a bottle, so he doesn't care too much about it. PYW went there just to make sure that potentially Knight doesn't pick up 2 runes. And Ghost, as I said, 2 of those raid bands will give him a decent amount of armor against right clicks from Slardar mostly, but same goes for Tusk. And look at positioning of DY. He's inside the trees. He does not feel comfortable playing on the more northern part of the map, like closer to the creeps.
God King under the tower now. Battery Assault stops JT, and that's a problem. He's running away. These right clicks coming in from God King. Shockwave pulling him close. Maybe to get some help here from PYW, but he doesn't quite have the damage to get a kill there, and they'll end up taking out JT. DY, he's trying, but he can't survive over bottom, and Salad falls to Ghost afterwards.
Sometimes trying is not enough. Ghost getting a return kill. That's pretty big. Getting some solo experience from that. LWW.
Eating those brambles. Almost walking into another one, and he's throwing out the Battery Assault, trying to mess with PYW there, and a couple of kills coming across the map. You're going to see a TP mid from Salad. And he's coming all the way across. I mean, maybe just staying nearby to secure that 6-minute rune, right?
Thinking about it. That Prophet does have Exorcism available, a bit low on mana. 10 magic wand charges. JT will trap him. There is TP available.
TP. And TPing to mid, actually. So just, if he's forced to TP out, might as well help to go for the rune, and we'll see where that ends up. PYW coming across. They've got the snowball. LWW over to the side. The Bramble Maze is placed down. The cogs are down, but they don't lock up PYW. Not looking like it's going to matter. They should be able to get the kill still. Knight gets the kill into PYW, but that allows Paparazzi to bottle up a haste rune.
He finally bought that bottle, and with the haste rune, this is the best rune you can get when you're playing against the Batrider. You know that lasso is available, so as long as you're holding that haste, there is no kill threat on you.
Yeah, so he'll have that haste. We'll see if he even maybe exorcisms and TPs to a lane. Put the pressure on any of these side lanes, or if they want to just use it and go mid. And that question gets answered immediately. Use it, go mid. So they use the exorcism. They've got PYW nearby, but 2 heroes sit for EHOME close. Curse Crown, the lasso, the Battery Assault, the snowball. Paparazzi's exorcism doesn't do anything because he's dead immediately after. Good shards from Salad. God King's also here.
TPs. All right. In the previous game, he was very cautious with the TPs, playing Nature's Prophet, but they bring numbers. 4 members of EHOME on a mid lane to secure a kill on Paparazzi. They also got a bonus one, getting Dark Willow. I thought Paparazzi's going to pop that haste immediately after he saw Knight using Firefly. I guess he was surprised by Flame Break, and then Cogs. There was also rotation coming out from Tusk. Xiao Yu on the bottom lane continues to free farm. He has more farm than Faceless Void, and now hits level 6 with that Corrosive Haze, keeping a vision on you. Very annoying, going into Hand of Midas. Pretty standard Slardar stuff. The other option is to get the Mask of Madness, but these two options, I think Hand of Midas gives you overall more levels, but the Mask of Madness gives you more sustain and ability to farm Ancients.
Salad avoiding the glimpse, using that snowball to go after DY. Curse Crown pops on Knight. Nothing really doing, though, with that. And bottom lane, it looks like it's getting a little bit tougher for Ghost. Having to deal with the Corrosive Haze and the fear of getting bashed up, crushed, and killed.
We mentioned that there's some really big ultis that can throw inside a Chronosphere. Early on, it's not as strong. You see Disruptor being level 4, 8.5 minutes. Same goes for Dark Willow, so they can't really throw in some of the big spells. Let's see if he lands a Chrono here. they feel like there's not enough damage.
He just got that Tumbler's Toy too, so that helped him get out. Just a little hop. A little tumble. So EHOME looking good. For the most part, the first game, it was all Xtreme in terms of net worth. They had gotten themselves extended to a 4K lead. The lane's going way better for EHOME, especially for the off lane of Slardar. So going from that Viper for Xiao Yu over to the Slardar, a good matchup, and that makes a lot of the difference here. Things A-OK.
Smoke from Paparazzi and PYW. They want to rotate to the top lane, potentially get a kill on this sniper and turn it into a tower. RP is available. Speaking of Tumbler's Toy, Magnus has one of the better finds in terms of neutral items.
JT, by the way, going into the mech first. Smoke's going to be broken. Paparazzi and PYW lose their smoke. There is this
good positioning down and from LWW. He was ready for it.
Yeah, it spots PYW coming over with that obs, and they break the smoke. So now, do they stay? Do they even want to fight like this? It's a little bit of a tough proposition to go for, but they are bringing up another one, it seems like, in DY. So Knight spots DY, flame break, and Knight doing some damage, but now in a little bit of a precarious position. Here. They've got Ghost coming over. The Exorcism will be committed. They get the kill on a Knight. They'll look over at Salad. The Assassinate will take the life of DY, and it ends up being a 1-for-1.
I love when Faceless Voids decide to join a fight 10 minutes into the game. He didn't even use the chrono. Needs to be a bit more careful because he has only 1 point in Time Walk, now 2. But this tower, it's going down.
About the Assassinate. Salad standing his ground, and they don't actually quite get the tier 1 tower. The Catapult just not doing the damage. Double damage top, by the way. Or, okay,
it was picked up. Yeah, it's showing on your screen. Batrider did pick it up, used it immediately, tried to go on Disruptor. Didn't happen. Let's see if they decide to deny this tower, if they're going to hold it for maybe another 30 seconds up to a minute. If they have members around it, they can still defend it because they know Xtreme Gaming will definitely love to get some extra chunk of gold.
Matt baiting me out. We'll see what they do here for EHOME. God King, the farming king. Just the question of whether or not he utilizes it better than the last game, and it felt like he was a little bit scared to engage.
But he was definitely not scared to go and try to solo kill Roshan while everyone on the enemy team was alive.
No, he was not. Yeah, it's a gamble play. I feel like that's very God King to take gambles. And that one not paying off. I think going the other way, if he was able to just sneak that Roche, it would have been pretty impressive. And I think, yeah, he was kind of in a spot where it felt like maybe that was necessary. But we'll see how he does with this sniper this time. And now moving over is JT.
Oh.
Okay. Couldn't decide on whether he wanted to shockwave or skewer.
He touched him. He could feel that he is close. Using skewer, but Tusk already went away.
Yeah, he like started the shockwave, stopped it, skewered down, missed Salad completely, and just a bit of a hesitation. I don't know if he was expecting the Tusk to really be there like that. Or maybe just the vicinity of how close he was a bit of an issue. So Paparazzi again, though, hook shot mid. Snowball to follow it up in the Assassinate, but Paparazzi taking literally 0 damage. Terrorize comes in, some right clicks from God King. Static Storm committed, Time Walk over with the Chronosphere committed onto the Batrider. God King over to the side, though, not doing damage on the Ghost either. So JT starting to run Skewer onto the Slardar. They'll commit the RP. It's only on a 1, but it's well worth it when you kill off Xiao Yu. It's a 3-for-1 trade to the favor of Xtreme Gaming, and they're still getting the kill here on the Salad.
A bit low on mana,
no mana for it. Now he finally gets it.
That
will be in between all 4 heroes. Snowball save. This might even turn into a full team wipe, but the Walrus Punch comes out from Salad. The damage onto God King. They have a TV coming in for the Clockwork. Ghost now in a awful position, but able to time walk away. Crypt Storm hits on a God King. They just don't have the damage on EHOME to send these heroes packing into their graves.
Salad
turn around the other way.
Yeah, Salad bought a little bit of time with that Snowball for Clockwork to reconnect, and I like that the Ghost is really patient with his time walks. He does not want to use it. He didn't go Madman mode, use time walk underneath the tower. get a kill and die, but very disciplined team fight from Xtreme Gaming. Paparazzi, it looked at one point that he is very close to dying because the rest of the team was not connecting, but he had multiple Spirit Siphon charges, and also Xtreme Gaming getting solo RP on a target, solo Chronosphere, still getting the most out of it.
Yeah, I think if you're getting those kills, they're worth it. If maybe one of those heroes survives, it feels way worse, but when you're securing a 3-for-1 like that, I think that, you know, what are you saving the RP for, right?
You definitely want to use it.
Yeah. So that'll be off cooldown in 30 seconds, and yeah, again, might as well use it. Void going into the Maelstrom after this Mask of Madness. And then on the other side for God King, he's also going into the Maelstrom as he's picked up that Dragon Lance.
This is going to be one big faceless Void. He didn't farm as much as Sniper in the early stages of the game, but he will definitely catch up. Empower is maxed out. JT trying to farm his Blink Dagger for him now, but once the Blink Dagger is complete, he's going to be... Oh, hook shot.
Okay, hook shot into the skewer. So he went with him for a ride. Glimpse. Oh, JT
Max
survives thanks to the help of DY and that mechanism. Now they look over at LWW. He's on the run. Ooh, Salad also going in with the snowball. RP committed to this one. They must have just come off cooldown. Now they hit the Terrorize, so JT by the skin of his teeth surviving time and time again as Paparazzi secures himself a double kill and puts himself on a killing spree.
The power of mech, and also Xtreme Gaming not missing any of the spells. We talked about how this lineup is a bit more difficult to execute. Ghost, solo Chrono.
Yeah, I feel he thinks he has the damage.
Needs a
if he
bash.
gets a bash, he might have it, but now the lasso comes in. Bash the other way confirmed for Zhao Yu, but Ghost has the time walk. So Chrono used for no kill.
He
Lasso
needs some
used
help.
Potentially Ghost. Time walk in a second, but the bash and the crush for Zhao Yu to finish off Ghost.
These are some long TPs from other members of Xtreme Gaming. If JT was like 1 second closer, he... Oh, that's a
Shockwave
big
skewer
kill
and
if
the
they can get it.
exorcism. They'll go to the silence. They got it onto Zhao Yu. He's on the run, but the hook shot's available from LWW, and with the cogs well placed, that means Slardar's free to leave. And yeah, he rightfully gets that tip. Thanks for saving.
Not just getting in and saving his teammate, but also not dying there. Usually when Clockworks do this kind of a move, they pay with his life.
Doesn't have to this time.
PYW with the haste, thinking about going for a solo kill on Knight.
Bedlam solo target. Can he do it? Looking for the damage. Curse Crown goes over by a second hero to make sure that he can split the damage, and Battery Assault stops PYW's TP. Snowball comes in, and, well, it's big rewards if you get it, and a death if you don't. And it's that
LWW collecting all the tips from his teammates. He's there when he's needed. Sharing some damage from Bedlam, and also stopping the TP.
Just think of those days, the original days of Dark Willow. The Bedlam damage that used to just destroy level 1.
There was a short period of time with the bug where Bedlam pierced magic immunity, not intended. Now it's a level 25 talent.
Intended now, but late in the game. If he gets that far, it would be interesting to see him pick it up. BKB finished here for Zhao Yu.
He's super farmed. Second on the net worth. Next on the menu for EHOME, they should try to smoke, get a fight going. They know that there's no exorcism for another 50 seconds and turn it into Roche. There is level 2 corrosive haste available. If Slardar lives, it's a Roche guaranteed for EHOME.
Yeah, so you say it's on the menu. It looks like Xtreme might be the appetizer and Roche the entree. Ooh, will be the dessert. DYW goes into the Shadow Realm, joining Yugi's grandfather just for the moment, and then escaping. Assassinate, not going to be committed to that one, and the 5 heroes of EHOME will walk away as they pick up an Arcane Rune on Knight. So, giving some time here for Ghost to farm on this Faceless Void, but you've also got God King who continues to sit top of the net worth. He's been pedestaled here pretty much the entire series.
Been farming Ancients. They stacked it for him.
Zhao Yu. The strike. DY, Static Storm, BKB committed, hookshot on the backlines, JT caught in the cogs, skewer, and JT, I think he was hoping to get an RP off in that situation. The BKB's going to wear out in just a second. So they're going to stick with this Zhao Yu Slardar and get a kill there. But Salad ends up getting PYW after LWW drops to him and ends up being a 2 for 2. Didn't exactly look like it was going to be that way from the beginning, but not a bad trade overall.
If this fight was slightly closer to Roshan with the Exorcism going, Xtreme Gaming could have potentially went inside the pit, you know, still respecting the Batrider inside the pit. Sniper with the shrapnel, so might need to take out one of these 2 cores before start thinking about it. First BKB usage on Slaughter, he still dies afterwards, but yeah, still Chronosphere available. Ghost definitely wants to have BKB ready for the next fight.
Yeah, so we'll see the timings on that. They still have RP, they have Chrono ready to go. God King bottom. If PYW could start this, oh, Terrorize off the mark, well off the mark. They've got a Hurricane Pike as well as some Shrapnel down. The Cursed Crown stuns up God King. Now the Bedlam sole target, but
He's
the damage
stuck.
being done by God King isn't going to be enough to get PYW. 4 heroes here for Xtreme, and down he goes. On the other side, they're looking for Ghost. Blink, Snowball, Time Walk.
He was thinking about Chrono.
Looks to the Chrono, but the hook shot comes out. The lasso's there. Do they have a save for him? No, they don't. Ghost dies too. And now, is there any retort for the side of Xtreme Gaming? It's not looking likely. Maybe they get a glimpse on LWW to pull him back. But the heroes here for EHOME are too close, and they go from there.
After he saw the rest of the members, after he saw a glimpse of Batrider, he thought about getting the Chronosphere. Maybe it could have been a setup because Cogs would not burn Disruptor's mana. He would have enough to pop a Static Storm, get a kill, and now EHOME. Roshan, thinking about it, they have more than enough damage. Tag team maxed out. Sniper, where's Slaughter at? Zhao Yu in vicinity, ready to use that Corrosive Haze.
Yeah, he's ready to go. You're going to have Void back up again with this Chrono, so maybe once
I don't
he's
think
up, it's
they
a little
can
scary.
go in and just stake it. It takes them like 15-20 seconds to take Roche, but Xtreme Gaming, they'll be ready. Another Exo is available, this time around with the haste in bottle from Dead Prophet.
I think they might have been waiting for a Blink Dagger on Slardar too. He's close to it. He's got this Midas in just a second. Boom, boom. And should have it in just a moment. So, Roche is certainly the target. They've got Blinks coming out aplenty for EHOME.
Both teams thinking about Roche.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's naturally kind of come this way where both teams have set up towards top. They know that this age is going to bring them into the 25th, 26th minute if they could get it soon. Maybe move towards some tier 2 towers, get those items out.
Xtreme used... my brain just stopped. The scan inside the Roche pit. They caught nothing, and you could feel EHOME is also thinking that maybe Xtreme Gaming, they are doing it with the Exorcism, so Rocket Flare was used. Both teams playing near the Roche pit, while EHOME is a bit more split.
Knight, oh, JT. They got the glimpse into the kinetic field, so now BKB.
Oh,
and then the lasso again, he wanted the Chrono. This could be a problem here for Ghost. Bashed up, and there's the Walrus Punch. Hook shot in, but the Time Walk out. Ghost throws a Chrono in defense, but goes back in and needs to be careful. God King with a 2-tap to get the kill on the Ghost. They'll look over to get the kill on the Sardar with the Exorcism. Paparazzi's popped the BKB. He's running forward, but now hit with the Cog. They've got the skewer back. They look over at Knight, but JT still unable to get the RP off just yet. God King from a distance just outputting the damage. They take out Paparazzi. Now they'll look over at JT. Triple kill for God King. Make it an Ultra. Oh,
Can they take him down?
They look for God King.
Two
Ultra
more
from
hits.
the
That's a rampage.
That's a rampage for God King.
Oh man, huge mistake there from Faceless Void. Ghost thinking about using the Chronosphere on Batrider. Gets, I guess, surprised by Lasso. Drags him back. Still manages to get the Time Walk. And then he's like, yeah, I need to get some right clicks going. But Sniper had a really good positioning. So he gets racked back. There's no real save on their side. If he gets drawn with the lasso like that, and look at this. Chrono gets back in, has Corrosive Haze on him. Sniper, great positioning from God King.
He never really gets touched in the beginning of this, and, you know, it is God King the Gwen experience, but it's also God King the Gold experience. Requiem, as he's just got so much damage coming in, and just nobody touching him. They talked about it on the panel with the front lines that they have for the Sniper, and he gets a rampage off that. Meanwhile, PYW drops, and Xtreme starting to crumble a little bit. They're gonna go forward. They've got the RP. It's on to 2. They'll look over as JT taking some damage. God King again in a very good position. Down goes Salad. LWW joins him in the grave, but JT falls once more. Zhao, you gonna drop.
On top of him, Sniper's dead.
Go over, and God King goes down. 7 times kill speed's gonna be out of the hands of this sniper. They'll look for DY. So, welcome back to the game as Xtreme Gaming up 4,000 net worth. They're going to smoke on a couple of heroes here.
Huge team fight won by Xtreme Gaming.
Full team wipe prior.
Yeah, Ghost getting ultra kill, almost a rampage, and they're ready to jump in.
Forward toss, but the blink as well as the Walrus Punch. That sets him up for 2 heroes to just drop in this situation. Ghost getting the kill on a Salad. Ooh, Slithering Crush on a 4. Zhao Yu going in with the RP, going to be committed out onto Zhao Yu. They're trying to get the kill here onto the Slard, or they've rolled him back with the Shockwave.
He's in.
Yeah, he's in deep with the Exorcism, going after this Sniper. God King can't get out. They've got the Skewer in. They'll get the kill on the God King. Gwen experience. LWW falls as well. 3 heroes without buyback. They bump back on Salad. Salad trying to help out with the Cursed Crown. That comes through. They get the kill on the Salad with the Shadow Realm Strike. And the only one alive is Knight. Knight down to the low ground, back up out of the high ground, but he's going back into the Exorcism with BKB being popped here by the Bat Rider. He's on the run, and Ghost.
He was thinking about
the
Chrono, and I believe that's game. They're going to call it. EHOME's going to call it. And Xtreme Gaming looking very crisp today with the execution. There was one mistake. Ghost, in the end, going to Chrono the Fountain just to show that he can still land it. It was a really nicely placed Chronosphere in the previous fight. Unfortunately, you did not see it, but landed a 4-man Chrono and some good positioning coming out from Paparazzi to be able to deal damage. Seems like both of these games had a pretty similar way how they were played out, where EHOME was in the lead, but they were not able to capitalize. Xtreme Gaming a bit more on point in terms of shot calling, when to go to Roche, how they protect, how they move around the map, and some really nice ulti plays besides that one Chrono on a mid lane. Like, everything was on point. JT, I don't think we praise enough this guy, because he's been really performing. Last game on Timbersaw, kind of silent. The same goes for this one as well, but also landing some crucial RPs on a single target that they need to take out first.
Yeah, so it was good positioning from Xtreme Gaming, and I think both games kind of show the difficulties of working with a stand-in.
Yeah.
I think God King, he's got the right idea. He's certainly an amazing player, and for a long time he was ranked #1 in China. And you can see the hints of how good of a player he really is, but when you come in last minute like that, it's going to be tough to really find yourself clicking in with the entire team. So you see the EHOME come up a little bit short. I think if you're an EHOME fan, this isn't really so telling of where they're at. I think they did well against a team that's expected to be top 2. So Xtreme take the 2-0, and to break it down further, we've got the perfect panel. Throwing it back to you guys. Take it away.
My perfect panel, you guys are going to break this one down for us, because there was a little bit of a technical issue. So there were some key parts in that game I feel that most people may have missed. So straight up is Syndron is going to give you guys the full rundown of everything you missed from that EHOME rampage and onwards.
Okay, so I'll try my best. I don't know if I can do it in full detail, but essentially, so I believe one of the last things that the stream would have seen, oh, that's wonderful. I think one of the last things the stream would have seen was an 8K gold lead for EHOME, I believe. This is then followed up by a team fight in which JT finds a nice RP. They get a couple of cleanup kills there. Xtreme Gaming then proceeds to get Roche. So they suddenly more or less equalize the game, and they use this Aegis to win another fight and build themselves an advantage. And then I believe the stream will have caught the end here, where there's one final fight in the Dire base. They get skewered out on Clockwork and end up cleaning up.
Oh my god.
This was a total swing. Okay, so this replay, I believe we the audience would have seen at that time.
Yeah,
But
this
was
is the Rampage.
So this is the Rampage for
Yeah.
God King, and this is what sets up for EHOME to more or less be in the driver's seat for this game. And they kind of just dropped the ball a little bit, and Xtreme Gaming did a really good job at finding picks with the skewers, with the magnets, just finding the right opportunities, the right time to get that Roche and then snowball the game. I would not have expected this game to end, first of all, with this result, with the game state they were in, but also with the speed that it did. It's like Xtreme Gaming, from this point, they closed the game in 10 minutes.
I was going to say,
This
what?
is not common in this spot.
Like, how does a lineup like EHOME get a Rampage, but then also be in such a vulnerable position that, you know, like you said, one good RP, one good team fight can just swing it all the way in favor of Xtreme? Or Sheep, is it a testament to Xtreme and them sort of biding their time and really trying to play that longer game?
Well, past the point of that Rampage, it is getting towards the late game, and their lineup is very geared towards that. You have so many tools, like lockdown, stun, team fight, that allow you to just keep taking fights, right? There's not a lot of AoE control at all on EHOME, so in these larger skirmishes, like you saw that fight with the Rampage, right? The Faceless Void had to have every single spell used on him, and even then, he wasn't actually chain stunned to death. He only died because he re-engaged and then kind of got peeped down. So they were in a pretty good position. They were farming well. I think they drew out the game to a happy point for them. And honestly, the lanes didn't go as badly as I thought it would for them anyway.
Yeah, that was actually the biggest positive for Xtreme here, I think, is that they were drafted into a position where the lane stage could have